Hi everybody, welcome to Ask Jenny K. Thank you so much for joining me. This is your chance to get answers to your quilting questions. Today's question was contributed by Cheryl. Hi Cheryl, hope you're watching. And it is, what is an applique pressing sheet and why do I need one? So I'm going to talk a little bit about applique pressing sheets and what we can do with them as quilters. Now, one of the projects that I've been working on this year was a Fons and Porter Block of the Month project, and that I did some videos on. And this is the stuff back here. I just love this, you guys. I had so much fun with this project. This is part of the center, the sample of the center here, and it's all string pieced, and then this is one of the corners. There's string piecing, traditional piecing, string pieced border, flowers. We did folded flowers, all kinds of stuff. So if you go to my website, jennykquilts.com, you can click on the picture of this quilt, and then you can get information about the Block of the Month program from Fons and Porter. And the videos are all free on qnntv.com. Be sure to check it out. I think you're going to like it. Okay, so let's get started on pressing sheets. Now, there are three main uses that we as quilters would use an applique pressing sheet for. One, it gives you a surface for your applique that you can fuse on, right, and it won't stick to that surface. It can protect your iron from fusibles, so you can put your applique stuff underneath and then fuse on top of the pressing sheet. And it can also protect your ironing board cover if you've got fusibles. You know, there's lots of little edges and stuff like that around. It can protect your ironing board cover. There were some other uses that I found that I thought were pretty interesting. One is craft, use it as a craft sheet. Think if your glue gun, you're using a glue gun on stuff, and it would protect the surface underneath from any of the hot stickiness of the glue gun. Kids crafts, if you can keep the kids corralled on the craft sheet, then yeah, it'd be a great choice. Painting, if you're painting and stuff, and it can protect the surface there. Also, and this one I had not thought of, baking. Apparently you can use applique pressing sheets as a surface to bake cookies on. I'm not sure I'd use the same sheet that you used for your quilting, but apparently it will work for that. So you can give it a go if you want to. All right, so what are they made of? And I'm going to show you this one here first. This one here is called Goddess Sheet, and I'm sure you've seen these guys around. This is made, I hope I can say the word right, polytetrafluoroethylene, or Teflon. It is Teflon and fiberglass. So that's what makes this sheet here. And then this other one, which I'm sure you've seen as well, is this applique pressing sheet, and it is made with Polylon and ultra high temperature glass. So that's what comes into this sheet. Oh, and I dropped something down here. That's what happens when you go live, right? That's going to be the time you drop something, not when you practice all day. No. Okay. So here's the idea. Here's how it works for quilters to do this. What you do is you take your layout for your applique. Here's my layout. And you're going to slide it underneath there, and then you'll lay out your pieces on top of that and fuse them down. Now, I laid it out on this one, and I'm going to show you this one as well. And I think, for me, in this situation right here, I can see those lines better than I could on the other one. So I'm going to show you the demonstration with this one. All right. So the first thing you do is you get your little applique pieces ready. And I do a window painting technique. So I'm going to rip off the last of the window painting here. And I went a little free form when I was cutting these leaves, so they may not match up exactly, but I think you can get the idea from this. And then I'm going to put my little berries in. Oop. And you layer it. You know how there's a bottom layer and an upper layer, and you continue to layer in applique. We're just going to do the same thing. So the leaves are on the bottom. Oops, this one still has a little fusible on it. Then you got two berries and one last berry that's up on the top. And now I'm going to press all this and fuse it together. And if you had little tiny fiddly bits, you could very easily press just a small segment together and then press another segment together, and it'll all work beautifully. Now, ideally, if I do this right, then I'll be able to peel everything off and fuse it onto my background. So let me fuse this down here and we'll see how it goes. There are some inherent risks with trying this on the fly here, just doing it here for you. But I think that's how we learn, isn't it? I mean, we all have to try stuff on the fly. We have to test it, see if we're going to be able to make it work, see if we can figure it out. So this sheet, even though I have my pressing mat, my ironing mat underneath, I'm kind of fusing everything to the sheet. Oh my goodness. This is actually working really well. Okay, I'm kind of a little more impressed than I thought I would be. I'm gonna give it a minute to cool down. Let the fusible cool. And for a fusible, just as a side note, I love Heat and Bond Light. I think that is the best. That's the best choice. I've had really good success with that, including with Minky and cottons, everything that I wanted to use it with. It fuses really well and it's not really thick. All right, so I think we've cooled this down enough. Let me peel this off. Oh, whoops, no, it's not quite all coming up here. Let me try on the other side so I can at least show you. All right, I can't tell if it stayed on there or not. We'll give it a go. Let's see how it turns out. Maybe I didn't fuse it quite enough. So that would be something to learn. I'm going to fuse it here just a little bit more. All right. You know, people think that just because I'm up here on camera that I've got everything figured out. But I don't. I'm just like you guys. I got to try it and learn it, adjust, change, to do things differently. All right. Well, I think this is all I'm going to be able to get. And it's just not quite working. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's not working. This one feels like it's really nicely adhered. I don't know. All right, and I can see as I'm looking at the paper here, the plastic is fused onto the Teflon sheet. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to work with either side. So, all right, so that one didn't work. Okay, so maybe I would, if I was going to try this again today, I would maybe change the temperature, but I know that this is the temperature that works for Heat and Bond Light. So maybe I would adjust the temperature. Maybe these aren't supposed to be, they're supposed to be the same on either side, so you can use either side, but maybe there is a difference. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But let me just show you how this would finish up because it's really cute. So I would, in theory, bring the whole thing over here onto my piece of paper, and then I can fuse these little fellas. I mean, I would have these. Ideally, I should be able then now to just fuse all of this onto my background like so. And it's not working because all the glue stayed on this one. Well, that's the way it goes. So yeah, when you're trying this, be sure to test different ways. Maybe I would have had better luck with the other mat trying it out. Who knows? But this little applique here, this Christmas one, I'm going to show you guys. It is available on my website when you sign up for the newsletter. It's a free download. So be sure to check that out. It's just a cute little Christmas one. And of course I made, have little sashing on it. So if you want to make this and give it a try and or something in the Christmas spirit, be sure to help yourself to that. And that's all on applique pressing sheets. Caveat emptor. Try it, see, and let me know if you guys get better results or if you can clearly see what I did wrong, because I would love to know and find out here so I could fix whatever didn't work right. I want to fix it, do it better next time. And that's one thing before we quit here. A lot of people in my classes they'll make a mistake and they'll just start to rip everything out. I say, no. Let's look at it and let's figure out what you did wrong and what can you do to improve it next time. Because I'm not all about going back. I'm all about learning and moving forward. And that's what I would encourage you to do as a quilter. We're going to learn from this and we're going to move forward. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. Be sure to check out my website. If you're enjoying this video and these videos, you can feel free to leave comments, likes, shares. You can subscribe to them so you know when I put up a new one and all that kind of stuff. And I will look forward to seeing you guys next time.